I don't know about this one, man. What's up, YouTube? Hope everybody's okay. Prime, Deion Sanders, man. I guess he don't go by that name no more. Prime. Got a full gray beard. Yeah, we are getting old, y'all. Coach Prime destroys Cris Carter for hating on Shedeur. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. I don't know his son name, right? After the NFL draft. Now, I think he drafted as 5. Man, hey, Deion, you should be happy he got that. I don't know. I don't keep up on the football and stuff, but it looks to me that he's not that great. Take the name Deion Sanders off, or Prime, or whatever you want to call it. Take the name away, and then what you got? You just got a normal quarterback. I don't know. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I think we're going to throw this one on the World's Largest Rap Contest stream. This is about Deion and some football playing, young boy stuff. So y'all check out the World's Largest Rap Contest. I need to stop doing these reactions and start focusing on more our stuff. But we got to get the money right first, right? Can't do nothing without that money. Hit that subscribe button, baby. Hit that bell. Let's check it out. Here we go.
I wonder if y'all can hear me, man. Salute to everybody that's going to tap in to this channel tonight, man. I appreciate all y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure all of y'all hit the like button.
Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Yeah, most definitely. Ring that bell.
Hit all. That way y'all don't miss no updates whenever I drop this heat. Y'all know how I get down. I come out to here and drop banger after banger after banger after banger. You understand what I'm saying? It feels so lonely heading to the top, baby. You understand what I'm saying? I got a long ways to go, but we working. You understand? Y'all smash the like button if y'all come on in again. Look, man.
Put in that work, because we putting in work over here,
Coach Prime, man. I'm going to tell y'all something. I got so much love and respect for Coach Prime, bro. Coach Prime, and I'm going to tell y'all why. Coach Prime, primetime Deion Sanders, man. An absolute real one. A lot of people out here be hating on Prime, talking down on the man. This is a black man that has raised his sons. Let me tell y'all this. Not to be in jail, not to be dead. Let me tell you something. Once again, Prime's sons are all successful. They ain't in jail. They ain't dead. They ain't out here in the news for doing some crazy something to somebody. You don't hear about them violating people, disrespecting people, doing all this other stuff. It's them the ones that's getting disrespected. You don't hear about them being in the way, bothering nobody. You don't see them out here getting high, getting drunk, doing all this foolishness. You don't see any of these things, but for some reason, you have a Reverend Leon Love of a Cris Carter, who's a grade A player hater. You understand what I'm saying? In the words of Jamie Foxx, some people hate on me. Straight hater, want to come out here, don't know this man from a can of paint or his kids. Don't know him from a can of paint, but will come out here to boost your show. That the numbers was doing horrible. Your numbers was garbage until you talked about Prime. You had to talk about Prime's kids to get your numbers up. That's sad, Cris Carter. You are NFL Hall of Famer out here running your mouth, but you got checked, and we're going to talk about that tonight. Y'all smash the like button, because Coach Prime, he came with it. I'm going to tell y'all something. One thing I love about Coach Prime, man, Coach Prime will do it to you. He'll make it hurt. He ain't even got to really try to really offend you. He ain't got to go in super, super deep on you, bro. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. See, sometimes I be trying to tell y'all this. Everybody on this channel want to know from me, hey, Ticket, man, why you went so hard on Shannon Sharpe? Because Shannon Sharpe out here preaching a message that he not standing on. That same message you preaching to these other young brothers, you got to stand on that, bro. I ain't saying you got to be perfect, but you got to stand on that.
Got to stand on the message that you preaching. I stand on helping people. Help people, not hurt people. This guy is hurting somebody. He using a platform to hurt people. Shame on you. That's why we got to get it, man. We got to get it. You right. Ticket, you are right, man. I'm saying that, I mean, the kid, the quarterback, the son that's a quarterback, he may not be all that great, but he made it to the NFL 5th round pick. He ain't all that great, but that's my son. I love him, and I'm going to stand behind him. He doing the best he can. He going to get better. You got to keep practicing. You got to keep getting better. But I know one thing. I'm dying to see what this guy had to say about him. Yeah.
You got to stand on that message, brother. And when you're not standing on that message, we're going to call to and we're going to put attention on. So, Cris Carter, for you guys who don't know what the hell is going on, Cris Carter thought he was going to come out and he thought that he was going to be funny and he thought that he was going to use the opportunity where everybody in the world already saw that Shedeur Sanders was getting banged on by the whole media. He was getting banged on by all these people in the social realm, by the fans, everybody. They've been taking turns disrespecting this young man. They never wanted to see him be successful. You understand what I'm saying? They hate the fact that these dudes created their own network, right, on YouTube. They hate the fact that these dudes created their own brand, and they hate the fact that Shedeur Sanders ran around and said, I'm legendary. You understand? Which is what everybody's supposed to think. And let me tell you something. If everybody in this room thought they was legendary, damn it, the world would be a better place. You know why? Because more people will believe in themselves instead of coming out here robbing, killing, and stealing from somebody else trying to get ahead because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe they have any ability. They don't believe they have any capability. And they don't have any kind of hope. They don't have any kind of faith. They don't have any kind of trust. And they damn sure ain't got no work ethic.
Where do I vote? Sorry, Ticket. My bad. My keyboard, my piano. I'm leaning on the piano. Where do I vote? Ticket for president. This guy could be president, man. Hey, if you stop worrying about other people and start doing you, first of all, you got to love you. That's what the problem is. You don't love yourself. You are so busy following what everybody else doing on them cell phones. I'm just messing with you. On them cell phones, messing with stuff. Here we go. Joke.
So they don't believe they have any ability. They don't believe they have any capability. And they don't have any kind of hope. They don't have any kind of faith. They don't have any kind of trust. And they damn sure ain't got no work ethic. Something that you cannot deny that Coach Prime's sons have. Because guess what? They did it on the field. When everybody said they couldn't play at that level, they came up and played on that level too in high form. Travis Hunter, Heisman Trophy winner. Shedeur Sanders broke all kind of records in year one. You got these dudes at Colorado, the old dudes at Colorado, ain't won shit in decades coming out here hating on the man. That's disgusting. And that hatred they're gonna get your ass. Because I always tell y'all, if the left one don't get you, sucker, the right one will. Now, Cris Carter decided, and see, Cris Carter, once again, Shucker and Jiver Buck Dancer of the Year, decided he was going to come out. Now, before I let you know what Cris Carter said, let me let y'all know a little bit something about Cris Carter's history. Please. So I want y'all to see who the actual messenger is, right? Please, now, remember this about Cris Carter? Cris Carter, I want you to remember this. Remember this, Cris Carter? Remember this? You do all this talking about Shedeur Sanders, who ain't never been in trouble with the law, who ain't never been arrested, any of these things. None of these things. You ain't heard nothing about him disrespecting nobody on campus. You ain't heard nothing about him and no girls. You ain't heard nothing about him and no drugs. You ain't heard nothing about him and no alcohol. The only thing you seen with him is him playing football and kicking it with his daddy and his brothers. Wow. And his sisters. You a hater, nigga. And you gonna get cooked. Because you a effing hypocrite. And I'm glad Prime took it to you. Belt to ass. Straight like that. So Cris Carter says, taking money at Ohio State led him down a path of drug use. So once again, we ain't never heard about Shedeur Sanders taking on money from Colorado. The only money Shedeur Sanders got was legally. So why am I showing y'all this? I'm showing y'all the root, which I believe the root of this hate comes from. See, these old head dudes like Cris Carter running around here with the black and mild lips. Y'all know what the black and mild lips look like, the crusty ass black lips where you just know niggas just be around, niggas just smoking black and milds all day long, niggas smoking blunts every day. Allegedly, I think I snapped. I'm gonna say it again, period. They didn't even sit down and shut the hell up. So once again, Cris Carter came out here, right? He got the black and mild lips. Y'all straight, y'all know that, right? He come out here running his mouth. This dude, as everybody forgot, this dude admitted that he took money at Ohio State. Jealousy that these dudes are getting paid. Prime said this during the season. He said these people are jealous. These young dudes out here getting paid in college. Remember, the college program used to take all the money and the greed of these people, and the players couldn't get nothing. They would ban the players, take your trophies and all these things if you took money, but you out there putting your body on the line. Meanwhile, all these boosters, all these people donating all this money to the school, where that money going to? That money ain't even halfway going to the players. You talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. Let's keep going. So Cris Carter said, or the article says about Cris Carter, y'all see it right here. Cris Carter appeared on Bleacher Report's Untold Stories series and revealed that while he was at Ohio State, he was sent to a Playboy All-American photo shoot in Miami, where he met music agents Lloyd Bloom and Naughty Walters. They had 10 of the top 15 black artists in R&B, and they were trying to make a mark in sports, Carter said. They were talking about marketing players with the brands. If I could go to these concerts, I'm gonna be cool. I really thought I was doing something cutting edge ahead of. I knew this was a decision I was gonna have 3 years from now. But if I could take care of this now and the benefit of that, I think they gave me $15,000. I remember picking them up in Columbus. I'm counting the money. 10 to sign, 5 later on. Also, I got a car and $500 a month. People start thinking that $500 a month, I'm a freshman. I'm going to have this for 3 years. So I didn't have to worry about all that. Think about this now. So this dude came out and admitted to not only taking money, getting a car, all of these things. Then check it out, y'all. It gets deeper. Cris Carter, right? Who went from addiction to superstardom in the NFL. This dude came in the league on bullshit, but you can come out here and talk shit about Shedeur Sanders, who ain't did no harm to nobody, who all he did was get on the field and play football. This dude wasn't out here. He ain't have none of this stuff in his headlines. But Cris Carter, you dare, you dirty devil, you dare come out here running your mouth. We rebuke you, sir. And remember this article, y'all. Remember this article. When Ohio State football star Cris Carter left college, right? Y'all see this right here, right? So he went to the Philadelphia Eagles in 1987, right? Future, now read this right here. Success seemed all but guaranteed. With a rare combination of size, athleticism, and skilled hands, Carter possessed the perfect package to play the wide receiver position at a high level. And no one was surprised when he soon emerged as one of the Eagles' more reliable playmakers. But unbeknownst to the public, things were far from rosy behind the scenes. The underground illegal drug culture in professional sports was vast and out of control in the 1980s. And like many players during that era, Carter got caught up in that, right? He got caught up in that shit and saw things quickly spiral out of control.
Wow.
Carter was drinking heavily, something we ain't never heard about Shedeur Sanders doing, and using the hyena. Yeah, he was using the hyena. We ain't never heard about Shedeur doing that. But y'all listen to this dude. Y'all sit up there bucking y'all heads, bucking your eyes. Oh, what Cris Carter talking about. You ain't never heard none of this with Shedeur Sanders. They would have buried Shedeur Sanders. You ever heard anything like this? But carry on.
Oh my God, Ticket. Easy, baby, easy. We on your side. We love you, bruh. Woo, boy, Ticket is getting heated on this one. Yeah, he must be a sports fan. Yeah, see, I ain't into sports like that. I ain't into sports. Only thing I know is the little man jumping out there. He's in the NFL, 5th round pick. Come on, dog. I mean, he got picked. So he got to be good. He's better than me. God daggone, I can't even throw the god daggone football, let alone pitch it. Remember the Tysons? He said you could throw it a mile away, but you can't pitch it 2 inches or 2 feet or whatever. Yeah, I can't pitch it. Or shoot, when you hike the ball to me, it might hurt my hand. I'm like, God dang, man, why you hiking it so hard? I ain't into sports. I played football when I was little. I was on defense, man. I tear you up, baby. You ain't getting around me. I hit you like you said something bad about my mama. Yeah, that's it. But after that, I wasn't into I know Deion Sanders. Then he went to the Redskins and had a tore up toe or something. But the boy was good. Deion was good. I know all the top players like a Michael Jordan. Let's keep going. My man Ticket getting in they You right though. You talking all that trash like you got a flawless background, nigga. You ain't got no flawless background. Oh my God, I don't even know this dude, and I don't like him already. If Ticket don't like you, I don't like you either.
Guys, what Cris Carter talking about? You ain't never heard none of this with Shedeur Sanders. They would have buried Shedeur Sanders. You ever heard anything like this? But I'll carry on, right? Cris Carter was drinking heavily, using the hyena, right? Using the reefer,
Right.
and the X on a regular basis. This dude was doing everything.
God, dog.
Read this. At that time. And he failed 3. Not 1, not 2, not 3. Shedeur Sanders ain't never failed no drug test. This man failed 3 drug tests over a 3-year period before his coach, Buddy Ryan, finally gave up on him. Shedeur Sanders ain't do none of this. Why is Shedeur Sanders being demonized in the media and he ain't never had none of this stuff? He's being demonized by bums, dusties like Cris Carter. But they ain't gonna want to tell y'all the truth. Because the truth gonna always set you free, and it's gonna keep your ass free. I'm cooking this dude 3 the hard way. Because this dude, you can't have all this type of shit on your name and be running around here running your rabbit ass mouth, acting like you all high and mighty because the man broke you down. You ought to be sad and ashamed of yourself, sucker.
Oh my God. Oh boy, you got a nerve to talk. That's what Uncle Mike do, man. I cook them, man. I cook these haters. Gonna sit here and say this bull. You ain't even done nothing, sucker. You on drugs, you taking money, and you gonna got a nerve now that you trying to make a living for yourself. Oh my gracious. Ticket said his numbers wasn't all that big until he talked about Deion Sanders. Prime time, baby. I'm proud of Deion and stuff also. I don't care what Charleston White done said with his stupid tail. Sometimes, hey man, we all human. We gonna make some mistakes. I think Deion made a little bit of mistakes, a little bit. But this guy right here, he made some big mistakes. And then you gotta point the finger. Shh, don't point the finger, my guy.
Type shit on your name and be running around here running your rabbit ass mouth, acting like you all high and mighty because the man broke you down. You ought to be sad and ashamed of yourself, sucker. You the last one that need to be taught. You need to shut your mouth. And you should have never said a word. With your background, you should have never said a word. Yo, coach quit on you, boy. It says Buddy Ryan finally gave up on him and released him in the summer of 1990. While the truth about Carter's struggles with substance abuse has been kept from the public. Your excuses have been kept from the public, boy. Privately, NFL teams knew why the Eagles had suddenly chosen to let him go despite his success on the field. Nevertheless, in the high-stakes, high-pressure world of professional sports, talent always opened doors, and the Minnesota Vikings decided to give this buck-dancing, sell at the mountain, Reverend Leon Lonnie Love, Sister Gina, can I lay my hands on your perky succulent down, Satan? I rebuke you, you heathen. Straight up. Give Carter another chance and claim him before the start of the 1990 season. Woo-hoo. Nasty work. This is all documented. Y'all see this out here in front of the world. Cris Carter's talking about a dude. Shedeur Sanders, imagine if Shedeur Sanders had any of this stuff on his name, y'all, and I'm going to show y'all why I brought this up. Because Prime cooked this dude 3 the hard way, respectfully. And I love Coach Prime. His sons ain't in none of that foolishness. You can't say none of that. Most of these dudes sending their sons straight to hell, man. They got their sons out here robbing, killing, stealing, and a lot of these people ain't even in their sons' lives, bro. You saw Prime sons go out there and have to earn it, go out there and have to play on the field, get the criticism, go through the grind. This dude, Cris Carter, look at all the shit he was doing, and they still gave him an opportunity. And you can come in here and try and tear this man down. So now let's get to what Prime said before we even talk about what Cris Carter said. I'm going to show you what Prime did to him. And Prime cooked him 3 to hard. Now, this guy right here is Cris Carter's co-host, Sean Meek. Now, Sean Meek, he's a cool guy. You know why? Sean Meek was up there the whole time Chris Carter was hating. Sean Meek was up there like, bro, what is you talking about? Like, Sean Meek is asking, like, bro, like, Sean Meek really can't believe all this shit Chris Carter's saying. He have to know Chris Carter's history too. So he is like the host of the show. And Chris Carter's like the, you know what I'm saying? He's like the doing the talking. So Sean Meeks is like, you know, he's like the co-host or whatever, but he's there. He's doing all the questions. He's like bringing the topics up and everything like that. Blase, blase, blah. He looking at this dude, and y'all smash like, well, we should have over 3,000, 4,000. Like, this is easy work. A caveman can do this. So as y'all can see, and y'all will see in a minute how Meek was looking at how he was talking to Chris Carter, like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, Chris Carter was trying to bury Shedeur Sanders. Don't even know this nigga from a can of paint. We can talk about that right now. So as y'all see, Coach Prime, he put this up on his official account. He put up Chris Meek's quote, "You can't make millions with a minimum wage mindset. Upgrade your thinking." That's a quote from Chris Carter's podcast partner. Straight effing ether. That itch that make they soul burn slow. Everybody's so mad at Shedeur, so mad at Shiloh, so mad at Prime. Them dudes got a millionaire, billionaire mindset. It ain't their fault that you insecure about their mindset. You got a $5, let me pay my bills, live from paycheck to paycheck mentality. That's not their mentality. So Prime using reverse psychology on this bum and showing him what his own co-host said. It gets further. Then Prime went and wrote this. And I'm talking about burn Chris Carter ass down. He says, how do you judge someone you never met? Let's start right there. How do you judge this dude? Shedeur, first of all, let's talk about this. Shedeur have never been in the news for nothing bad. He have never done nothing. You have not seen him with no drug users. You haven't seen him with alcohol users. You haven't seen him drunk driving. You haven't seen him. Has this motherfucker even got a speeding ticket? You have not seen Shedeur Sanders. He ain't out here fighting. He ain't out here taking people's lives. He ain't out here robbing from people. This man literally doing a podcast, minding his business, going to school, getting his grades, playing football, and showing love to his family and to his people. And people hate him for that because he got a big chain on. Chris Carter, you was out that junk doing. I ain't even gonna say, man, that's sad, bro. Prime cooked this dude though. He says, how do you judge someone you never met? Question mark. You judge them from the marketing presented to you.
Hey, wait a minute, man. This is all you needed was the first sentence. That's it. Just marinate and think on that first sentence. And this is the problem that I be having. How do you judge someone you never even met? You don't know. You're just going by what you heard on YouTube or social media. You're going by what they said. You jumping on their bandwagon because you just finding somebody to hate on. Let's keep going, man. Let's keep going. That didn't come out like I wanted it to. I'm trying to match tickets power, man. That's some bullshit. But how do you judge somebody you never met? You don't even know this person. And you sitting here passing judgment on Trump. I ain't going that big. That's too big for y'all head.
Man, that's sad, bro. Prime cooked this dude though. He says, how do you judge someone you never met? Question mark. You judge them from the marketing presented to you from the media. That's right. This sorry, wicked ass media and all of these sheep that run around here on social media carrying on this fake, false, phony, disgusting, despicable narrative where they had let all kind of people in the National Football Association. They got people in the Football Association that beat their wives. They got owners that's in the National Football Association. Why they ain't never kicked the owners out? All them owners that been in shit, why they ain't get kicked out the league? Why they ain't get kicked out? You got owners that been caught up at different bars, at different spas, all these different things. Had drinking issues, all this stuff. How you gonna be a leader when you can't even lead? But you gonna talk about this young man who ain't never been in no trouble like that because he got a chain on. You mad because he say he legendary, because he don't think like you a peon or a scrub would think. I don't give a damn if you got $5 in your pocket, ladies and gentlemen. If you think you're legendary, if you think you're great, your mentality will take you a long way if you got the work to go with it. But you got to believe first, baby. See, what they want to do is they want to buck break Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh, and Prime, they don't want them to believe. They don't want them to believe in themselves. They want to break you so that you have zero self-belief. I've seen this with coaches before. I've dealt with this before in my life where a coach trying to break you down. I told the coach, well, you can't break me down. You can't never break me down. I don't care what you say. I told him straight, I don't give a F what you say. You can't break me down. I'm not your kid. You can't break me down. I got too much confidence in myself. I don't care what you say. And that's the mindset these young boys got. And they hate that. So he says you judge them from the marketing presented to you from the media or hearsay from someone that you have no relationship with at all. Think about this and proceed with wisdom and understanding, because I would hate to think of you from the way an enemy painted the picture of you. Prime ain't never lied, bro. This is absolute dog ether right here. Think about this again. He says, think about this and proceed with wisdom and understanding, because I would hate to think of you from the way an enemy painted the picture of you. We better than that. Hashtag Coach Prime, baby. And y'all know I'm riding shotgun with Prime, man. I don't give none of these buck dancing there. Real talk, bro. You talking about black men in America that raised this kid. They ain't out here robbing, killing, stealing, have no criminal record, ain't never been in trouble. Y'all be seeing these dudes every day. These fathers lead their sons straight to hell. Getting high in front of their sons. Drinking in front of their sons. Beating their wives in front of their sons. Running women in front of their sons. Doing all these despicable, nasty, disgusting, outrageous, irresponsible things. But Coach Prime is literally coaching football, instilling discipline and showing love to these young fellas. And they got a problem because these dudes want to get their shine on and feel like that look, I am legendary. I am great. I am somebody. They want you to feel like you're nobody. Chris Carter was broken into that mentality. Chris Carter probably thinks, hey man, how in the world did I have to take this money, but they're paying these dudes all this money now in college? So his mentality, you can tell. And then once he messed up and they let him in the good old boys club, you already knew what Chris Carter was going to do. He was going to cut one. Chris Carter was going to cut an everlasting one. So for you guys who want to know why Coach Prime is saying this about shucking, jiving Chris Carter, because Chris Carter went on his show Fully Loaded, right? Which he got his Coach Prime video got the most views he got in all his things. The video he did on Shedeur Sanders, because he went on there running his mouth. Now you didn't even know this, man. I'm gonna say it again. Chris Carter didn't even know. He don't even know Shedeur Sanders personally. But you out here running your lips based off what somebody else who don't know him said. That's disgusting. And I'm talking about, we ain't even saying that it's different if Shedeur Sanders had been arrested. He got something in the media, all this other stuff, bro. Bro, we seen dudes in the league get all kind of shit going on with them. All kind of accusations, beating on women, domestic violence, all kind of stuff, bro. We've seen it. We've seen it all. That dude's still playing, still getting contracts, still getting to come. Shedeur ain't involved in none of that stuff. But they want to tear him down so bad just because he believes in it. I want y'all to think about this. If you're a Shedeur Sanders hater, why do you hate Shedeur Sanders? What crime did he commit? Who did he hurt? Do he have anything? Do we have a police record? Do we have anything where he hurting somebody? Just tell me something. Or you just don't like him as a football player. Just say that. Just say, look, I don't like him as a football player. Cool, okay, no problem. You have a right not to like him as a football player. All that extra shit is bullshit. What you can't take away is his achievements. He did that on the field.
My bad. Well, 23 minutes without it. I like to check out the chat when he's talking, because hey man, Ticket be preaching, man. Uncle Mike know how to pick him, don't he? Ticket be preaching on him, man. I love him, man.
Without an offensive line, without a defense, without a run game. These are all facts. But here go Chris Carter doing what he do for the NFL. Because see, what they did was they put his ass, he ain't on TV no more. See, Chris Carter ain't on TV. Chris Carter used to be on Fox. He ain't on TV no more. because of his bad mistakes. But you want to come in here running your mouth to somebody who ain't even doing that. You understand what I'm saying? You sitting up there, and the white dude sitting there looking at you like, man, are you out your mind? Your own co-host looking at you like you's a damn fool. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, man.
And then Shedeur still on the book that they can pick him up. But something had to change in their philosophy because they could have got Shedeur with the 3rd round pick. Something changed between ownership, management, the general manager. Something changed between day 2 and day 3.
And what bothers me the most about the measurables is this kid ain't been in trouble.
Thank you. It's the white dude telling him this. This the white dude telling him this. Get out. This the white dude telling you. And you still.
Damn, Ticket about to cry, young. He's
white
so
dude
pissed.
sitting right beside you. Play it back again, man. 1,000 lashes, man. 1,000 lashes, bro.
Something changed between day 2 and day 3.
And what bothers me the most about the measurables is this kid ain't been in trouble.
Facts.
Has he? I mean, he ain't got no charges.
Facts.
He's not out. I mean, I don't know him, so I understand. I think the struggle for me is you don't guys when they walk in the NFL, don't guys just get humbled when they walk in the locker room? Like, and even before you have to humble them,
right? What he's saying is the white dude cooking this dude. What the white dude is saying, and shout out to Sean Meek. Salute to you, brother. What the white dude is saying. The white dude is saying, look, bro, they humble you when you walk in the locker room. All that other stuff don't mean nothing. It shouldn't have to mean nothing. Because once you get in the locker room, that's you a rookie. All that other shit don't matter. It won't mean nothing. They're trying to buck break him before he even get to the locker room. White dude is telling him this. Shout out to Sean Meek, man. Real talk. He telling Cris Carter. And Cris Carter still sit up there. And I want y'all to listen. This dude still decided that he was going to go down the path for unrighteousness.
they walk and look around and be like, man, like, don't we think Shedeur's smart enough to know he's not at Jackson State? He's not at Colorado? No, you don't think.
See? He cut the jig. He said no. He straight out cut one. He said, don't we think Shedeur is smart enough to know that this isn't Jackson State or Colorado, bro? Cris Carter looked at him dead in the face and said, no. Nigga, how you know? You don't know him. You don't know him. So should the NFL team, should the Vikings, because your coach quit on you, punk, should the Minnesota Vikings have felt the same way about you? After all the stuff you did, they said you was doing everything known to mankind, brother. And they still let you walk in another organization and become legendary. But you are helping impede the process of Shedeur saying he ain't did a damn thing. You don't even know this man. You sad, bro. I don't trust no nigga with no mustache, nigga. 50 years old without no mustache.
Even before you have to.
Oh my God. God dang. Thank you, Lord, that I got a mustache. Thank you. He said, I don't trust no nigga without a mustache. 50 years old with no mustache, trying to look like a clean baby. What? Come on, Ticket. God dang.
But you want
From now on. Oh my God. From now on, I'll be looking at everybody that don't have a mustache. I'll be looking at them. If you don't have a mustache, I'm gonna look at you crazy. He said, this guy don't have a mustache, so he said, I don't like you. You don't have no mustache. You're 50 years old with no mustache. Oh man, that's funny.
you are helping impede the process of Shedeur saying he ain't did a damn thing. You don't even know this man. You sad, bro. I don't trust no nigga with no mustache, nigga. 50 years old without no mustache.
Even before you have to humble him, don't they walk in and look around and be like, man, like, he does? Don't we think Shedeur's smart enough to know he's not at Jackson State, and he's not at Colorado? No, you don't think so?
I listened to too many of his answers. I saw too many of the outtakes. I saw too many times he was working out with other players, and he said things that I thought were highly questionable.
You did things that were questionable, Chris. You did things. You talking about you saw things. You did things. Prime, I know y'all listening. Shedeur, Bucky, all y'all. I know y'all listening. This video gonna do over 100, 200, 300,000 views. We already know that. I'm standing on business. I'm standing on business. 1,000 lashes, bruh. I'm standing on business, bruh. He don't even know that man. They gave Cris Carter a second chance from college to the league, and again, after this man had did everything they said he did. Think about this, y'all. If Shedeur Sanders did any one of the things Cris Carter was accused of, he would never make it to the league. I want y'all to think about that, what I just said one more time. If Shedeur Sanders did any of the things that Cris Carter did, whether it was in school or coming up to the league, he'd be done. Bro, you failed 3 drug tests 3 different times. 3 different years you failed 3 drug tests. And they still let you be in the league, bro. And you sitting up here talking about, bro, these dudes. And to the brother who said I'm off on this one, man, get off your knees, bro. Get off your knees, bro. Shut up, man. Talking about some stop attacking the guy. Shut your stupid ass up, man. Nobody want to hear that shit. Talking about Ticket, you're off on this one. I'm dead on. Who cares what Cris Carter? It means something what you did, sucker. You gotta, if you gonna talk the talk, sucker, you gotta be able to walk the damn walk. So what should Cris Carter know, you damn fool? He should know that, damn, Shedeur ain't doing none of the stuff I did when I came in the league. He wasn't tripping like that. I'm judging this dude harshly. Because if the coaches judge me the same way I judge Shedeur, I would have never played football. Again. Cris Carter should have easily looked at himself in the mirror and said, damn, they let me get away with all this stuff, and I still came back and was able to make a Hall of Fame career. Why am I burying this kid? He ain't do none of the stuff I did. None of it. None of it. Think about it. Y'all always want to do that. The same thing with that fake go gadget Jason Whitlock. He want to run around here all the time hating on Prime. This dude was an absolute scrub who quit at Ball State. You quit, boy. You quit. Prime Time, a 2-time Super Bowl champ and a legend in this game, boy. You quit. And you ran to the journalism room and started talking trash because you couldn't cut the mustard. The only thing you cut and passed was gas. That's it. And you sit around here talking all.
Oh. The only cut was gas. What? Oh my God! Wait a minute. Here we go.
I'm a 2-time Super Bowl champ out here all the time hating on Prime. This dude was an absolute scrub who quit at Ball State. You quit, boy. You quit. Prime Time, a 2-time Super Bowl champ and a legend in this game, boy. You quit. And you ran to the journalism room and started talking trash because you couldn't cut the mustard. The only thing you cut and passed was gas. That's it. And you sit around here talking all high and mighty, but I know, and you could act like, oh, it's my past, it's my past. Yeah. I bet so. You talk about Prime's chains, why? Because his chains were shining a little more brighter than them dookie chains you had on, brother. Like I said, I'll save you for a different day. Full course meal, boy. Straight like that. Full course meal. You gonna play this game with me? I ain't the one. You better ask around.
My franchise quarterback.
Like what?
When he was working out with Cam Ward, him and Cam Ward, the number one pick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you want to cut a rap video together? No, I want to be known as a football player.
And he's like, what do you do for fun? He's like, I play football. Like,
But excuse me, sir. How many players have cut rap videos? A lot of them.
A lot of them.
How many players just say, hey, man, let's go rap, let's go do something, man, outside the game? Bro, a lot of them, bro. A lot of them.
That's facts. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They're still young men.
Yeah.
You act like they coming in that joint got to be drill sergeants. Yes, sir. No, sir. Attention. Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir. Do you want me to get your bath water, sir? This dude is a joke. What do you think that conversation is going to be? That conversation, hey, man, let's go run some women. That's not that conversation. You got a whole different conversation going on. It's disgusting. Period, man. Y'all dudes sad, man. Y'all sad, bro.
do you think somebody, I mean, we talk about some of the great coaches you have. Like let's use Tomlin. No, we can't use that. Let's use Tomlin. He walks into Pittsburgh, which obviously is in Cleveland now. Tomlin can't control that? Or he chooses
You can
not
only
to?
control so much. If you,
This dude's a clown. White dude asking him. Shout out to Sean Meek. Sean Meek, you a real one, bro. Sean Meek said, hey, man, hey, so you don't think Tomlin can control him? This dude took a whole pause like, bro, this the same dude now who they said was doing all these things. The C word, reefer, X, all of these things. Chris Carter. But he gonna sit up here and act like that. Now, Chris, there was a coach that could deal with you. After all of your sins and shortcomings, Shedeur ain't did none of the things that you even had on your resume, sir. None of the things. Y'all dudes is disgusting, bro. I'm cooking. Bro, man, I'm on Royal Flush Cook.
draft a guy in the first round, you're also empowering whatever that is.
What do you mean you're empowering whatever that is? That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. If you're the coach, if Shedeur Sanders gets taken in the first round and Mike Tomlin's his coach and he walks in the locker room, Mike Tomlin's going to say, hey, look, bro, this is the way right here. This is how we're going to do things. What are you talking about? What do you think Shadeur's going to say? Nah, man, I ain't finna do that. This dude is he don't even know Shedeur. That's the crazy part about it. He don't even know Shedeur, bro. That's what Dion was talking about when he cooked this clown. You don't even know Shedeur. And you sit up here running your mouth. This dude is crazy as hell.
So if he comes in, he's got a media crew, you draft him in the first round, you're our quarterback, you're accepting that.
So you got a problem with him having a media crew, but the NFL can have a media crew, follow these dudes around whenever they want, monetize it, and them dudes don't even, like I said before, they don't have no control over what's put out on those videos. We live in a new age, Chris Carter. We live in a new day and age. Guess what, Chris Carter? Guess who got drafted this year too, number 2 overall? Guess who got drafted number 2 overall? The Heisman Trophy winner that came from under Coach Prime. Guess what his name was? Travis Hunter. Guess what Travis Hunter, his father was locked up. And he still came out to be a success. Coach Prime held that boy down and took care of that boy like he was his own. But you ain't give Prime credit for that. And guess what? He did. Guess what Travis Hunter did? Travis Hunter came, he had his own video crew. They had no problem with it in Jacksonville. You don't believe me? Go look on Travis Hunter's YouTube channel. He took his own video crew and they said, hey, bring your crew. Do whatever you're going to do. They had no issue with it. He brought his own video crew. But you sitting up here, hey, bro, you sad. You are disgusting, man. This is a new era, bro. This ain't 1978 no more, bro. We shall overcome. Yo, ass, sit down somewhere, bro.
Either teaching it or you're tolerating it.
So if he had went to the combine,
So he says you're teaching it or you're tolerating it. This dude's a clown, bro.
if he had good interviews, he'd have been a top. He might have gotten picked by the Giants early.
Top 10. He's not going to get by the Raiders and he's not going to get by New Orleans.
If those things were better.
Why wouldn't you sit down with people? And something these kids never understand. Even if you're a top 10 pick, you're in the NFL for a long time. Yeah. So your interview, your tape, people in the room that see you, someone can like you in the room. They might not.
Bro, I can go in a room and tell people every lie they want to hear. Cris Carter, let me ask you a question, sir. After you failed that first drug test, did you tell them you was going to change? They said you failed 3 different times. After you failed that first time, did you go in there and tell the people you going to change? Bro, you can tell the people whatever you want to tell them. Your actions on and off the field is what shows. Shedeur Sanders showed you on the field his performance. He showed you all season long his performance on the field, and they had all these people following him off the field. If he was doing anything wrong off the field, they would already put it out there on blast. And you talking about you can go in an interview and lie to anybody. You can go. Let me tell y'all this again. You can go to an interview and lie your ass off through that entire interview. You can fake the funk through the whole interview, y'all. These are all facts. So you know how many quarterbacks probably had great interviews and was bullish in the NFL? Think about this now. But you got a dude like this talking like this. I would easily, and I'm easily Ether and Cris Carter. He easy work. He easy work, y'all.
After you, 5-10 years later, man.
You're looking for a guy, you're looking to trade, and they remember your interview.
Yeah.
The interview you had.
It's a small world.
Did you know that when you were his age?
Yes, I knew that.
How did you learn it?
Well, I was at Ohio State, and we had extensive media training, but...
Yeah, you had extensive media training, but what was you doing at Ohio State, Cris Carter? What was you doing at Ohio State? What was you doing, Cris? See, what you should have said was, man, look, man, Shedeur ain't do none of the stuff I did, man. The stuff I was doing, bro, he ain't do none of that, man. So what was you saying in your interview, Cris? What was you saying in your interview, Cris? When you went to the NFL, what did you say in your interview, Cris? Yeah, that's what I thought. You could have been telling the truth because it said once you got in the league, your coach quit on you. He got tired of your foolishness. You failed 3 drug tests, they said, brother. Come on, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
This whole thing with Deion and the media and everything, like, it's out of control. Like,
No. You're out of control. You don't have to believe me. Look at your record, brother. It's right there on the screen. It's right there on the screen. Look at your record, brother. It's right there on the screen. The underground illegal DRUG culture in professional sports was vast and out of control in the 1980s. And like many players during that era, Cris Carter got caught up in the shits and saw things quickly spiral out of control. Carter was drinking heavily and using cocaine, you know what. Also, reefer. Also, X on a regular basis, it says, at that time.
Wow.
And he failed not 1, not 2, but 3 drug tests over a 3-year period before his coach, Buddy Ryan, finally gave up on him and released him in the summer of 1990.
I gotta admit, man, I've been sitting here watching some of the highlights, man. Y'all need to go look them up. Cris Carter highlights. He was number 80, and he was good, man. He did a lot of one-hand catching as a wide receiver and all this type of stuff. So, he, even though you was a drug addict and took money or whatever the case may be, he was job good. He got playing time, and he was job good, basically. So, god dang, man, that's crazy.
Once again, right? And I'm going to say this again, right? Cris Carter ain't nothing but a balk dancer and a shucker and jiver for the man. That's all he is. You have a white brother that's on here telling him, bro, what is you talking about, bro? Cris Carter, is my opinion, is upset that he's off TV. He ain't been on TV no more, right? You're done, son. Point blank, period. You dare sit up here and talk down about this kid like that. You are the worst thing. And if you were sincere about it, you would have got Prime and them. You a Hall of Famer. You could have got Prime and Shedeur number and called them direct. But y'all do this shit for publicity, so we're going to put you on a Summer Jam screen. And he is not spot on. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. The messenger does matter. See, the world we live in, they live to tell y'all, this is the world that they live in. We live in a devilish world where people worship and praise the devil. They will allow people who are of the cloth of the devil to come out here and try to give lessons to people. And instead of people looking at who these role models are and what they're doing, they say, oh, no, as long as you say something good, no. If you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. I ain't saying you got to be perfect, but this shit Cris Carter got going on, this is crazy. This is crazy work. Crazy work. These are all facts. Unbelievable. Why does Cris Carter have to call Deion Sanders about Prime? Because he acting like he cared. So if he really cared, wouldn't he pick up the phone as a brother and call him? Instead of doing this shit for his podcast show against a brother where he can easily get access to Prime. Like Prime said, he ain't hard to find, baby. He ain't hard to find. But see, that's a problem. Your mentality is different than mine, sir. Your mentality is different than mine. Right? Straight like that. If there was no way he could get in contact with him, and this was the only form, I'd understand. But Cris Carter's a Hall of Famer. Y'all don't understand how this thing works. All you gotta do is call one dude, hey man, give me Prime contact. Okay, cool. Let me hit Prime. Prime, Cris wants your contact. Oh, okay, ain't no problem. Send it over here to me. What's good?
Facts. And what makes it so bad is they'll do just like we do. Hey, ex people call me up, say, you mind, so-and-so wants your number. You mind if I give you his number? Or I can give you his number and you call him. He told me to give you his number to call him. Yeah, oh, no problem. It's called human beings, man. That's what human beings do. It ain't like I'm not too good. You can't get in touch with me, man. People email me and get in touch with me. Oh, but you can't get in touch with Deion? I probably can get in touch with Deion or this Cris dude. If you try hard enough, you can get in touch with anybody.
See, y'all don't talk about all these different things, bro. Like I said, it matters, bro. Let me tell y'all something. Who the hell is your father to tell you don't beat women and he out here beating the hell out your mama? How you gonna look at him? Let me say this to y'all again. I want to repeat this to everybody. The messenger matters. Imagine your dad telling you, hey man, respect these women. And every night you go home, you see him beating the hell out your mama. Nigga, you ain't finna respect him. Your daddy tell you, hey man, don't smoke weed. He in the house smoking weed every night in front of you. Crazy. 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 Right? Y'all see what's going on, right? Once again, these people want the devil to be able to give you advice. No, I'm sorry. You're going to have some type of character and moral structure about you to come over here and give me advice, especially when you don't know me. Cris Carter's a dude that's on the outside looking in. He ain't a dude that's with them on a day-to-day basis. Trust me.
Now, this the same, take what Ticket just said. And Carmelo Anthony's situation. Think about that. And they got this guy that's supposed to be the activist. He's supposed to be the spokesperson for the family. And look at his background. Same situation. Same situation. This guy's background is horrible. God dang it, man. That power button need to be somewhere else, man, for this thing. Anyway, let's continue.
If there was anything bad about Shedeur on that level, they would have had that out there every day. Their whole thing with Shedeur is, his meeting. Remember, they had him a top 3 pick. Their whole thing about Shedeur was meeting, and he says legendary, and Deion is his dad. We didn't hear nothing about drug usage. We didn't hear nothing about alcohol abuse. We didn't hear nothing about beating women. We didn't hear nothing about running women. We didn't hear any of these negative things. Think about this now, y'all. These dudes want to be the moral police. You have dudes that's in the NFL right now that have beat women, used drugs, all of these different things. On everything I love, they're morally bad people. But they want to play high and mighty to somebody else. And that's the part right there that's disgusting. You should have to have some type of moral ground to be able to give advice. Straight up. You can't tell your son, thou shalt not kill, and you a murderer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me. Doesn't work for me, man. That's why I always say, man, I never take advice from people who ain't married. Remember, people try to give relationship advice. People be taking relationship advice from people who can't even keep their relationships right. Make it make sense. You taking relationship advice from people who can't even keep they ain't even married. They don't even got no relationship.
You taking financial advice for somebody who is renting. I mean, straight up telling me what I should and should not do. And you can't even buy a house. You can't get your own finances together. I don't understand. Here's the part that kills me is Uncle Mike must got a hell of a look, y'all, that everybody want to tell me what to do and what not to do. And I'm the one getting it done. I'm the one clocking. I'm the one YouTube channel growing. Then you got the hater YouTube channels acting stupid. Then you got somebody like a Ticket that's handling his business, doing what he need to do. Man, I wish I could. I tried to send all the subscribers to you, Ticket, because you the man. You deserve way more subscribers than I got. That's facts. I'm just a real dude keeping it real. The more real you keep it, the more people try to dig. They went to my Facebook page, dog. They went to my Facebook page and tried to pull stuff up. Why? Facebook is where I put all my personal stuff at, because all my friends and loved ones and family members know me there. Go check out Mike Cross on Facebook. Google it, search it. Go on and become a friend. Yeah, you can see some real stuff up there. Just me having fun living life, baby. I ain't doing nothing wrong to nobody unless they got it coming to them. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. But you ain't gonna sit here and punk me, boy. I know this world. I'm from the streets. I'm deep in the streets. Hate the fact that I had to make it in the streets, man.
They can't even keep their shit in order. But they giving you advice. The blind leading the effing blind. Y'all see this? These are all facts.
I got people pissed off
all facts
at what I upload to Facebook. Man, you shouldn't upload that to Facebook. I don't say nothing about whatever you upload, wherever you upload, period. Pictures of your food, your favorite football, basketball, this, that, and the third. But when I upload a video of me, you got problems with it. If I upload one of the pictures I got, you got. I never said nothing about you should not. That the colors not right, or what you said you shouldn't say that. I don't say none of that to these people. So many people say I should look at my followers, subscribers compared to yours on Facebook, and I ain't even with pay. I don't even mess with Facebook. I only stay on touch with people. Shout out to y'all. Peace. Let's roll.
Everybody need to see this, man. You should have some type of moral ground in order to be in a position of leadership or to be able to take that type of judgment against somebody.
Facts.
And I ain't saying you got to be perfect. But all the stuff Cris Carter did, this man failed 3 different drug tests and his coach quit on him.
Facts.
Think about that now. He never mentioned his shortcomings in this video right here.
Facts.
Think about this. He never thought about how I still overcame all of my shit. I still overcame it. Think about what I'm telling y'all. This man could have lost his life. God bless Cris Carter. When you using those type of things that they say he was using, God could have said, hey, Cris, come on home right now. Boom, I'm calling your name. Come on home. He could have checked him up out of here, and that man would have been burning in the everlasting inferno. He could have been gone. He could have been out of here, man. But the man upstairs let you roll on, brother. He let you live to see more days.
Giving you a second chance, and this is what you do with it? Your second chance.
But you'll sit out here and take this type of approach. Well, this man ain't did no crimes. And you would put that devilish negativity on this young man and say, nah, I don't think so. What do you mean? You don't even know him as a person to judge his character. It's one thing if we got a history, we seen him on tape doing something crazy or something like that. Bro, this is insane. Insane, bro.
It did not help him. It helped him make money in college because he got followers, but it actually hurt him as far as him getting a job as an NFL quarterback.
You mean at Shedeur? His social media stuff at Shedeur?
Yes.
It hurt him.
Yeah, what else hurt him? What else?
So he's saying social media hurts Shedeur. Are you crazy, bro? If that's the case, social media hurts everybody, bro. Come on, man. Bro, this dude is a hater, bro. And I'm proving this to y'all. This dude has supreme jealousy with him, bro. Supreme jealousy, bro. That's sad, bro.
Lack of ability, lack of leadership. I hear you on everything you're saying. I'm not disputing any of that as far as what you're saying and what people thought. But I'm like, I can't imagine being an NFL head coach. And like, this is my deal. I agree if you're a first round pick compared to your 6th round pick, I get.
But if you don't have to deal with it, when 99% of all your players understand that, but you got one person that you have to.
Think they could get him to understand that real fast. I know you've. Let
me tell you what he understands today.
Okay.
He ain't running shit.
Okay. Bro, this dude right here, bro, this is everlasting buck dancing, man. This is everlasting jig cutting, bro. I'm sorry, man. I can never respect a cat like Cris Carter. Ever, bro. Never respect Cris Carter. And I'm going to tell y'all something. All y'all dudes in the comment section saying, yeah, I love Cris Carter. Y'all wasn't loving that when he was talking about punching a white dude, Skip Bayless, in his face. Remember when he said he was going to punch Skip Bayless in his face? Yeah, y'all didn't like that. When he said that, y'all hated Cris Carter. Now you like him because he's going against a black man. Y'all sad. I don't respect it. I'm telling you right now, bro. And I respect that white brother, Sean Meek. I respect you, man. You a good brother, brother. I respect you, brother. You a good brother, man. Totally respect you, Sean Meek. Because you stood up to that foolishness this man was talking, bro. And I respect you for that. Because you didn't have to do it. You could have sat right there and continued to allow him just to say anything, bro. That was sad.
Okay, yeah. Let me tell you what. They taught him a great lesson.
Okay.
Like, you don't have this figured out. Your dad don't have this figured out.
Did you have it figured out, Cris, that you failed those 3 drug tests and Buddy quit on you, the head coach? Did you have it figured out? This fool talking about social media followers, y'all. He ain't talking about this dude being a substance abuse, none of this stuff. He ain't talking about none of this other stuff. He's talking about social media followers, bro. That's crazy. This dude literally said he's talking about social media followers. That's crazy. In the year 2025. He ain't talking about, yeah, man, he doing this, he doing that. He ain't saying he ain't doing none of that. Social media followers, bro. Think about, and that's why I got on Jason Whitlock. He's so judgmental of Shedeur Sanders at that age. But then you ask Jason, if we was to go ask your teammates from Ball State what you was doing at that age, what would they say? Shedeur wasn't doing the stuff you was doing at that age. So shut the hell up. You've even said you were ashamed of the things you was doing. So shut up. He ain't doing those things. What about when you got older and was supposed to have matured? What about that, Whitlock? Imagine if Shedeur Sanders right now had a picture. Take Jason Whitlock out and put Shedeur Sanders right there. What would Jason Whitlock and these guys do? Oh my God. It'd be the end of the world. But Jason Whitlock did these things. And what he'll hide behind is, oh, I'm just trying to help the brother. No, you're not. You're a hater. Because it comes from a place of hatred and vitriol, sir. You hide behind, oh, I'm trying to help. You ain't trying to help nothing. You a grade A hater. You prey on them dudes' downfall. You prey on their failure. You a hater, sir. And I know why you're mad. I'm going to tell y'all why guys like Jason Whitlock are mad. He's mad because he failed playing for Ball State University. He couldn't go do what Shay Sharp, what primetime Deion Sanders and these guys did. So his only way to feel like he can get on their level is to be on the news, on TV, hating on these dudes, talking crazy to gather attention. Because he couldn't do it on the football field. So that's why he does the way he does that. These dudes are disgraceful. And Cris Carter, he could do it on the field. He's just a jealous dude. Because like he said, he talking about social media, y'all. He ain't talking about this dude using no hard kind of substances, none of that stuff. Cris Carter said social media Instagram followers. Are you serious? That's his criticism of Shedeur Sanders. That, and he said, oh, the way he interviewed, bro. Do everybody have a perfect interview in life, Cris Carter? And you wasn't in the interview, you just went off what somebody said. Just disgusting work, man.
Who's they?
Now, I want y'all to see this. Hold on. They put this guy there on commercial. Hold on. Look at this right now.
NFL,
Shedeur?
the world. No, who taught you? Said they taught him. I'm just curious. Like,
Well, the system.
the system. Okay,
There's a system out there, man.
Okay.
Like you're going for a job interview.
Why didn't the system teach you after the first time you failed a drug test? Why didn't the system teach you after the second time you failed a drug test? Why? Cris, I'm just asking you these questions, sir. You failed 3 drug tests, bro. And your coach quit on you in the NFL, bro. And you sitting out here arguing with a dude over Instagram followers, bro. Come on, man. Stop this, bro.
So for his job interview, he was so concerned about what his outfit was. His necklace was over $100,000. Like,
bro, you really looking at that? Bro, this dude's a clown, bro. This dude's a clown, bro. He's a clown. And listen to the brother who said Cris Carter's a living legend. Cris Carter's an all-time great football player. Nobody will ever take that away from Cris Carter. Captain Safety, or should be Captain Save, a buck dancer. But let me say this to you. Cris Carter is a all-time living legend. You know who else is a living legend? That's on a higher level than Cris Carter? The man standing right beside him in that picture. The man sitting right beside him in that picture, sir. Know your role and shut your mouth. The man sitting right there beside him in that picture, he's at a higher level than him.
And this is coming from a Redskin fan. This is coming from a Cowboy hater. I don't care if you're a Cowboy fan, I hated you. You know, jokingly. You know, we can agree to disagree, right? But what I'm saying is this. Check it, man. The fact of the matter is the boy can play. And I just looked up number 80. This dude, Cris Carter. And he was famous for one-hand catches and he put a mark on the field. He was good. He wasn't great. Hall of Famer, yeah, okay. Man, these days almost anybody make it into the Hall of Famer. But somebody that was great and was a well-known household name is Deion Sanders. He was, god dang, boy, I don't know why. Deion will make a play, baby.
Sit down and shut the hell up. Everybody talking about some Cris Carter told no lies. Nigga, Prime was better than him. Now shut up, nigga. Prime was better than him. Now shut up. Prime was better and played at a higher level than Cris Carter. Prime is more regarded than Cris Carter. Period. Cris Carter is an all-time great player. Primetime Deion Sanders is an icon, nigga. He's a legend, nigga. Something that you'll never be, Cris. He's a superstar. Prime time. He didn't even play. He wasn't even a quarterback. See, y'all use this. Oh, Cris Carter was an all-time great player, man. You know, Prime was better. Now what? Prime was better. You can't even argue that. Prime went and put on his chains, his watches, his rings, all that for the draft. Did that stop Prime from being great? No. Did it stop him from being legendary? No. What's the hate about? Come call me when Shedeur Sanders had broke the law. Come call me when Shedeur Sanders have disrespected a coach. Come call me when Shedeur Sanders fighting with his teammates. Come call me. Call me. This man talking about Instagram followers, man. Oh, man, because see what he had on at the draft. Do you see all this funny stuff these young boys be wearing to these drafts? NBA draft, all that stuff. Bro, these dudes out of his mind. He acting like Shedeur is the only one. Shedeur's chain was a little too big for you, Cris? You mad because you didn't have a chain that big? Sad, bro. Sad. And I should go get a picture of Cris Carter on draft day. Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull one up. Cris Carter on draft day. Let me see what you was looking like since you talking about Shedeur, nigga. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. Cris Carter draft. Nick, they don't even have a picture of you up here in the draft. Cris, they don't even have a picture of you, dog. They don't even have a picture of you. This is insane. When you type up Cris Carter draft day picture, Shedeur Sanders picture come up. You a bump. You a Hall of Famer. And your draft picture don't even come up. Shedeur Sanders picture come up, nigga. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You in a Hall of Fame, and they don't even have a draft picture of you. All you gotta do is go type Cris Carter draft day, and all you're gonna see is Shedeur Sanders. That's all you're gonna see. He think that's gonna get him a job again. Disgusting.
He hadn't even convinced people that you're the face of our franchise. Matter of fact, he had convinced people that they were better off going in a different direction, even with people who had lesser talent. That's the rub he put on the people.
Let's see how that work out. Let's see how that work out, Cris. Let's see how that works out, Cris. We all want to see how that works out, buddy. Let's see how that works out, buddy. Shout out to Leandro with the $100 donation in the Cash App. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. Salute to you. Shout out to my brother Leandro in that Cash App, man. Shout out to Adonis Smith in the Cash App with the donation. Shout out to Mamadou Diallo in the Cash App with the donation, man. Salute to all of y'all. Everybody that sent donations to the Cash App, and the link pinned at the top of the chat if y'all want to show love. And smash the like button, man. Like button is free. The like button is free. You ain't got to pay nothing for the like button. That's free. That's the free 99, baby. The like button. I am a cooker. Straight up. No question about it. Let's keep going.
I'm still looking for pictures of his draft day. I don't see no draft day pictures.
That's a bad interview, bro.
No, it is the case. He didn't get drafted right. It's no speculation. Like, we're through the draft. We're through 3 days. He threw away at least $30 to $50 million. At least.
How much money did you throw away in the league, Cris? From all the things you was doing. You never talked about that, y'all.
Dude, I just don't, and I hear you on all that. I think it's just it's unfortunate that somebody that had less ability or and especially when Dylan got picked, I was like, damn.
This is the thing.
And
People,
like
people,
you said,
people say, well, what about Johnny Manziel? Man, Johnny Manziel beat Alabama twice.
So what that's supposed to mean? Oh, Johnny Manziel beat Alabama twice. So that's supposed to mean that his character is different. Johnny Manziel was doing all that BS. Bro, Johnny Manziel had all kind of shit going on. Did y'all remember what Johnny Manziel did in college football? I watched college football. Johnny Manziel was acting a fool in college. And he talking about some, Johnny Manziel, I'm going to tell you right now, because see, shout out to Sharima in the Cash App with the donation. I'm on his helmet. He's talking about Johnny Manziel. Do y'all know what Johnny Manziel had going on in college, bro? This is crazy. He's talking about, Johnny Manziel. So because he beat one team twice, he absolved from all this. He can have bad interviews, all these things. Bro, this ain't even a question no more, bro. This ain't even a question. It's not even a question. I'm glad Prime cooked this dude. And I want to ask y'all what Prime said about this bum one more time, because Prime said this. He says, how do you judge someone you never met? Question mark. You judge them from the marketing presented to you from the media or hearsay from someone that you have no relationship with at all? Think about this and proceed with wisdom and understanding, because I would hate to think of you from the way an enemy painted the picture of you. We better than that. Coach Prime out here taking the high road on all these chumps, cooking them three the hard way. Three the hard way. And I got love for the brother because he ain't sent his sons on a one-way ticket straight to hell. He made it so his sons could be successful and have everlasting wealth for them and their family. And these are facts. And I'm glad that my boy Hitman on time. Chris Carter was the same. Chris Carter is a disgrace known to mankind. This is the same dude. And you beat me to it, Hitman. Chris Carter is the same dude who threw his mother under the bus. He threw his mama under the bus.
What? How did
This
he do
man
that?
went on
What
national
happened?
TV and said, man, my mama was wrong. See, I'm going to tell you something, man. My mama was wrong. She was wrong, man. He threw his own mama under the bus. Insane work. Insane work. Right? These are all facts. I never forget he did that. I'm going to say it again. This man went on national TV and said, my mama was wrong, man.
I think that he knew underneath it was abuse. This is the thing. And this goes across all racial lines, ethnicities, religious backgrounds. People believe in disciplining their children. People with any type of Christian background, they really believe in disciplining their children. My mom did the best job she could do, raising 7 kids by herself. But there are thousands of things that I have learned since then that my mom was wrong. Yes. Thank you. This is the 21st century. My mom was wrong. She did the best she could, but she was wrong about some of that stuff she taught me. And I promise my kids I won't teach that mess to them. You can't be the kid to make them do what they want to do. Correct.
Yeah, speak it, Chris.
Thank you.
Chris Carter said his mama was wrong because she gave him a spanking. This man threw his own mama under the bus. That's all y'all need to know, man. Video over with, bro. This man threw his own mama under the bus on national TV because she had enough wherewithal in an era where people, bro, the era Chris Carter mama, bro, listen, let me tell you something. In that era, you was getting a spanking. You acted up, you getting a spanking. This man sat right up there and threw his own mama under the bus, bro. Because she dared give him a spanking with 7 kids in the house. Shout out to Primetime Dion said, hey, Primetime, man, I love you,
crazy,
bro.
man.
Forever and a day. You know, ticket riding, bro. I love you forever and a day, man. You raise your kids right, bro. Don't let these people tell you nothing else, bro. Your kids ain't dead. They're not in jail. They all successful. That's a blessing. They all got to live to see 21. You got kids and their parents and stuff. You got kids that ain't even able to see 21. Think about what I just said. Think about what I just said, y'all. You got kids out here ain't even seen 21, y'all. Think about what I said to y'all, man. They losing their lives early age, man. Early age, bro. And we're watching the destruction of them right here in front of the whole world. We're watching youth not even be able to get to age 19. Broken homes. Parents ain't in the home. I've seen the effects this have on youth. I've seen the effect it have on their mentality. It literally breaks them to see this stuff go on. And you would have a dude like Cris Carter come out and go out of his way to try to tear Primetime Deion Sanders' kid down, man. When this kid ain't did nothing illegal against the law. He ain't broke no laws. He haven't been in trouble for no usage of any kind of substances, none of that stuff. But you would dare go hard body on this kid. Talking about social media followers. Lowest of the low, Cris. Lowest of the low, dog. Congratulations, you played yourself, chump. Salute to everybody that's in this video. Everybody that supported this stream. I appreciate all of you guys. I got love for y'all. I thank y'all for all of y'all who have just tapped in and just poured love on my channel, man. I salute all of y'all. Make sure, and the like button is free. Make sure y'all hit the like button, share this video, man. And again, hit the like button, man. And subscribe to the channel, man. And if y'all want to support, the links will be pinned to the PayPal. Let me know what y'all think, man. I salute everybody that was in here tonight, man. Appreciate all of y'all, man. I salute y'all. I'm gone.
Crazy, man. It is crazy how somebody with such a terrible background can talk so bad about somebody else's son. I'm trying to figure out, does he have kids? What is his kids doing? Are they doing one-hand catches? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yo, that's playing football, playing any sports, playing anything at that level. It's a God bless skill. No matter how much you train, when you on that field, that part can't be taught. It's an instinct type thing. And Deion Sanders' son apparently has it. 5th round draft pick. Now, why he dropped down to 5th, I don't know. You know, I mean, anybody can play the part. But anybody can practice and become a quarterback, I'm assuming. Well, I guess not. I can't do it. But I do know one thing. You cannot sit there and do all this negativity and then hate on them. I couldn't do it, man. I would be just like Big Ticket. I'd be like, yo, man, there's no way in the world that man raised his son. Let's look at all the positive things that he did for the kids. Y'all looking at all the negative things. He wore that chain. Man, shut up, man. The kids wear chains, I guess. You never wore no jewelry in your life? Get the fuck out of here, man. The kid, y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.